Good morning and welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Monday, the 26th of December 2022. Happy holidays. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy holidays and Happy New Year, everyone. Let's start today off with a blessing. Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us, the collective, a blessing for this Monday morning. We get a blessing of good fortune. Oh my goodness, guys. Open up your crown chakra. Open up all your chakras. Center yourself and receive this blessing. Blessing of good fortune. Rich and rewarding experiences bring you increased spiritual awareness at this time. Good fortune flows to you as your third eye opens. You are inspired, feeling totally at peace. Life is a beautiful tapestry woven in threads of love. Namaste. Let me read this one more time. Okay, guys, open yourselves up to receive this blessing. The blessing of good fortune. Rich and rewarding experiences bring you increased spiritual awareness at this time. Good fortune flows to you as your third eye opens. You are inspired, feeling totally at peace. Life is a beautiful tapestry woven in the threads of love. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Happy Monday. Good morning, everyone. All right, guys, I have some fantastic questions for this Monday. We're going to start today off with a deep dive on the Royals. But first, guys, check your subscription to this channel. YouTube is doing their end of the year house cleaning thing again and is unsubscribing a lot of people. So if you are not receiving your notifications, go ahead and just unsubscribe and resubscribe and then click that bell notification, and hopefully that will fix the problem. Okay, guys? Because they're taking subscriptions away from me like water going down a drain. So please, guys, check your subscription. Make sure that you're still subscribed. If you aren't, please resubscribe. And if you're not getting your notifications, just click unsubscribe and then resubscribe, and then click that bell notification one more time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. My first question is from Phyllis G. And Phyllis G would like to know about Dodi Al-Fayed. Now, Dodi was the boyfriend, or we could even probably call him the fiancé of Diana Spencer, formerly the Princess of Wales. Okay, so Dodi Al-Fayed died with Diana in that tunnel way back when. He was a magnate. His father is a very wealthy man. I want to say he might even be a prince, but I'm not sure that that is true. But he was a very, very wealthy man, an heir to a large fortune. Okay. So Dodi Al-Fayed, Tarot, Universe, Spirit Guides, Creator. Please, this card wants to stay out. Please tell us all you can about Dodi Al-Fayed. All right, guys, and I don't know anything about him. Okay, here we go. Dodi Al-Fayed. Oh, my goodness. Okay, guys. Oh, my goodness. And I love tarot. I mean, this tells a complete story. Now, the card that jumped out and flipped over is the Five of Swords. And this is the laying down, the walking away from power. The Five of Swords reads degradation, destruction, loss, dishonor. And guys, inverted, this is burial. So this card was showing the fate of Dodi Al-Fayed. The first card that Dodi gets in this deep dive of him is the Seven of Pentacles. And that is a man who was watching his wealth grow. He was in the prime of his life, a businessman, owned hotels and all kinds of things like that. In the prime of his life, his abundance, everything. He was prosperous and everything was working in his favor. What's at the heart is the Six of Wands. Dodi was wanting to run away with Diana. Look at this. I want you to see this card. In this card, this is a woman, a man, and a child. There were lots of speculations that Diana may have been with child when her and Dodi passed away. Guys, I want to say that is very, very, very plausible. She very well may have been. And Dodi Al-Fayed wanted nothing more than to provide her a safe place, to take her somewhere where she could be herself and be happy, and they could live a life together. Everything, every move that they made was fraught. There was so much mistrust about the people who were around them. Guys, they did not trust their own secret service, or however you want to say that, their own protection. There was concern there, and there was fighting in that. In his detail, his security detail was infiltrated. Behind them, we get the Two of Pentacles. This is the off balance. This is the being unprepared. And this is, guys, this is dealing with money and all of this, but this is something that not even money could have stopped from happening. Dodi Al-Fayed knew that they were in danger. He knew that they were in danger. And guys, what I want to say is the thing about the paparazzi causing this accident and then running off and leaving these people to die. This was a hit. This was a murder. Okay? Plain and simple. Dodi Al-Fayed and Princess Diana were murdered. The next card we have for Dodi is the Eight of Pentacles. We have a lot of stuff about money because he was a wealthy man. And they really did think that his wealth would be able to protect her. However, that was not the case. This whole thing was about, there's no divorces in the royal family with somebody who is in line to the throne. Prince Andrew got divorced, yes. Even little Eugenie got divorced, yes. They got divorced, but they were not in line to the crown. The fact that Charles was under this perceived pressure that while Diana was still living, he would not be able to remarry. That was the queen. Understand. Old Chuck is not a nice person by any stretch of the imagination. Old Chucky boy, the ruler of Great Britain, is a monster. And I'm going to call him what he is. He's a monster. He's a spoiled, entitled monster. Does not give a toss about anyone else. All he cares about is what he has coming. Okay? And guys, karma is coming for him. So, no need to wish harm on him. No need to wish anything on him. Nature is going to take care of this itself. The next card for Dodi Al-Fayed, we get the Empress. And this is Diana. This is, look at it. It even looks like her. This is Diana to Dodi. This is his empress, his princess. He loved her. He adored her. And he really wanted to just make a life with her, away from all the craziness. The next cup for Dodi is the 3 of Cups. This is the celebration card, the happy, the 3 women celebrating. Let me read this. The 3 of Cups. The conclusion of any matter. Plenty, perfection, merriment, happiness, fulfillment, and healing. So at the end, the fact that Dodi and Diana perished together sealed their fate even in death. He loved her where Charles did not. Dodi adored Diana. Dodi adored her and wanted nothing more than to make her happy and to be happy with her. The fact that they perished together is literally the Romeo and Juliet story, except for that they did not take their own lives. Their lives were taken from them. But they are together. The 2 that wanted to be together in life are together in the afterworld. So Diana is happy in her afterworld with her Dodi, and Dodi is happy in his afterworld with his Diana. They are soulmates. This was a soul mate, and they perished together. They perished holding each other. Yes, they were holding each other when the accident happened. Okay, the next card is the Page of Wands. And guys, we're going to be speaking on this for so long. Dodi's family is still suffering, grieving because of this. We're going to hear more about this. I know there was movies and stuff made, but guys, when King Charles leaves this plane of existence, there are going to be some secrets that will come to light. And it's going to be shocking for a lot of people, because you're going to see exactly how hard some people's hearts are, how evil some people can be when they're not getting what they want. And the last card for Dodi Al-Fayed is the 3 of Swords. The heartbreak. The heartbreak card. And guys, there are 3 swords in here. Just like the 6 of Swords, there are 3 people escaping. There are 3 swords here. Guys, I'm going to say this. I really do believe this. And I'm going to say it here as well too. I believe that when Diana passed, Diana was expecting a child, and that child would have been Diana and Dodi's daughter. That would have been a female child, which is what Diana wanted. She wanted a daughter. And Dodi wanted a little girl, a little tiny Diana. Dodi Al-Fayed loved Diana. He wanted to build a life with her. And even in death, guys, they are connected. They are true soul mates. Dodi and Diana are together in the afterworld. But there was a child that was created, and that life was destroyed. And that it was not an accident. Their lives were taken. 3 lives were lost in that tunnel. Diana, Dodi, and their little baby girl. Their little unborn baby girl. All right. There you go, Phyllis. The next part about the royals. Okay, I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but Charles has completely disinherited Andrew. Has taken his money, has taken his residence, has literally thrown old Andy boy out in the street. Oh my goodness. What is going to be the outcome of this? Because you know Queen Elizabeth is rolling over in her grave. Her baby, her favorite child, has been thrown out of the castle. His money has been stripped from him. He is a commoner now. Prince Andrew has no power, no voice, no nothing. Ooh, what will be the outcome of this? Guys, my nose is tingling. First card we get is the Eight of Cups, the walk away card. Oh my goodness. And the Crossroads. This is going to cause a whole lot of fighting and everything. Here we go. Let's put this together. First card, we get the Eight of Cups, the walk away. And this is what Charles did. Charles told Andrew to kick rocks. But I kind of feel like this, how it seems like to us, like this was sprung. This was not sprung. Andrew knew this was coming. Charles told him it was coming. This has everything to do with money. Okay? With people leaving the crown, not paying the taxes. Remember, this is how the crown gets its money, through taxes. And when places don't want to be colonized anymore, they don't pay taxes to the crown. They are like, we don't belong to us. We don't belong to you. You don't own us. We're not paying you another penny of our money. We are reclaiming our sovereignty. And this is going to be treacherous for Charles, because Charles is not good at budgeting his money. Okay? Number one, and that's why he cut Andrew off, is because he wanted that money for him. And guys, him and Camilla, Charles and Camilla, oh my goodness, you might just call them, they are just power hungry, evil, to the point of evil. You're going to see greed. And this is Camilla getting that taste of that high life now that she is queen, what she has always wanted. And now she has got it. And guys, she is the Red Queen. She is the off with their heads queen. A lot of this stuff that Charles would never have done is being egged on by his wife, Queen Camilla, Queen Consort Camilla, because she can't even be just queen because she's number 2. But she has power, and she has power over Charles, and she is making Charles do deplorable things to his family. Yep, to his family. Okay, so Charles disinherited Andrew, put him out in the streets, basically. Andrew knew it was coming. This is the crossroads. This is the change. A lot of things are going to happen. Charles and Camilla are going to be fighting off a lot of opposition. To Charles, May can't get here soon enough for his coronation. But let's be patient, because a lot of things can happen between now and May. A lot of things can happen between now and May. Guys, I'm just saying, Charles and Camilla are going to be, they're going to be kind of fighting an uphill battle. The people in Great Britain and England are not 100% behind Chucky, and they're not pleased with what he's doing to the royal family. So, oh my goodness. But the queen, this is going to resound in Charles. Charles is not going to reign as king for very long, guys. We have the Hermit here. Charles is going to find himself alone kind of quickly. And we've got the death card here too. So this could be that Charles may die. Well, there it is. That's it. Oh, my feet are tingling. Guys, Charles may not rule Great Britain for long, if he even makes it to the coronation. I'm just throwing that out there for entertainment purposes only, guys. There you go. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But, yeah, Charles is going to dismantle the royal family. He is going to slim it down as much as he can so that he can keep as much money for himself as possible. And this is what it comes down to. Guys, expect him to start slimming down what nieces and nephews are making, what his sisters and brothers are even making. Guys, yeah, Charles is going to upend. He's going to flip the script on the royal family. And it's going to be to the displeasure of a lot of the royals. But again, Charles may not make it to his own coronation. Okay, there you go. My next question is from Diane DL. And Diane would like to know, did Vladimir Zelenskyy testify against 45 while he was in Washington? Did he have a sit down with the Department of Justice? Did he in any way, shape, or form testify against old Donnie Boy? Did Vladimir Zelenskyy in any way, shape, or form testify against Donnie Boy? First card out. Yes, he did. Let's pull at least 4. Oh my goodness, guys. 4 cards is what I pulled. First card out is the 6 of Wands. Did Vladimir Zelenskyy in any way, shape, or form testify against old Donnie Boy while he was in Washington? First card out is a resounding yes. Oh, yes, that's why they brought him over here. Not just to beg for money. No, that was a secondary thing. And there's some more. We're going to talk about that, too, because that was a little underhanded. Vladimir Zelenskyy got used, okay? The next card is, what's behind is the lovers. This is a partnership. This is people working together. And Vladimir Zelenskyy worked with the United States government to right a huge wrong. The card below is the Fool, the 0 card. This card that anything can happen. The magic card, guys. Vladimir Zelenskyy stepped out on faith that his coming here and speaking was going to help his country. And what's in front of them? Guys, look at this. Look at this. Vladimir Zelenskyy came and he spoke, and his words are going to put people in bondage. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Vladimir Zelenskyy did testify against 45. He did testify against every congressperson that had something to say. Because remember, guys, people were contacting Vladimir Zelenskyy. People in the Senate, people in the House, all them folks that went over there to visit with old Vlad over in Russia. Oh yeah, we're gonna see this little stitch get pulled too. All the pieces are gonna start to come together. A lot of criminals got testified against, and those criminals sit in our Senate, in our House. Yes, Diane, Vladimir Zelenskyy testified against old Donnie Boy, against a whole lot of people. Okay, and that's why they weren't clapping for him. That's why they were so upset that he was standing in front of them. That's why they're trying to smear his name, is because he dropped a dime on what they were doing behind the scenes to try to get him to break the law. Okay? All right. My next question is from Beautiful Girl. Will Biden end the federal ban on marijuana, making it legal in all 50 states to where people don't have to vote for it? Will Biden end the federal ban on marijuana, on THC? Will President Biden end the ban on the federal ban on marijuana, making it a legal substance in all 50 states? Here we go. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, guys. Yes. But this is going to be the GOP does not want this to happen. Okay, this is a control thing. So there's gonna be a whole fight about this. But let me show you the cards, because I really don't have to waste a whole lot of time on this. There's lots of swords and lots of money, because that's what it comes down to, guys. Putting people in jail for marijuana is such a Republican thing, okay? It's a way to keep minority and brown people and brown and black people incarcerated for something that white people use at the same rates as other people do. The criminalization of marijuana against brown and black people of color, I should just put it that way, and the injustice between the sentencing, because, and this is, you can look anywhere, this is a Google search, that the majority of black and white people, for the same crime of possession of marijuana, the white people get a slap on the wrist, the black and brown people get 2 years in jail, okay? This has to be rectified, and it will. But this is what the GOP is holding on to, because prisons are profit. Prisons make money. So if they legalize marijuana in all 50 states, that is going to put a damper on the amount of bodies that they can put into prison on trumped up, fluffed up charges. Okay, so the GOP is going to fight against the legalization on the federal level of marijuana, but it is a fight that they are going to lose, because, and I feel like the Democrats are going to be savvy on this one to flip the conversation that the legal sale of marijuana and the taxes drawn from it can help everything from healthcare to infrastructure. And that is going to be the argument that is being used to get the ball across the goal line. Because after all the fight, it will die. The ban on marijuana will die. It will be put to bed. We will be successful in having that rectified, and marijuana will be on the same schedule as cigarettes and alcohol. Okay, it will transfer from being a banned substance, just like alcohol did, guys. Alcohol was banned, to being a controlled substance that they can draw tax dollars on. And then the police can arrest you for DUI, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to move it from being illegal to move it to being a controlled substance that is legal for people above a certain age, but its use can be deemed illegal if you are operating a vehicle or doing something else while under the influence of it. So, yes. Yes, beautiful girl, Biden will end the ban on the federal ban on marijuana, and marijuana will become a drug of use of choice on the same under the same tenets as alcohol and tobacco. Okay, there you go. My next question is about Eric Adams, the mayor of New York. Will Eric Adams get the $1 billion that he is asking for to assist with asylum seekers? Guys, and these are the people that are being shipped from the Texas border, all parts north. This is what the governor of Texas is doing to disrupt. And this is to cause hate and discontent. Because understand what this does. You're sending asylum seekers to a city that already has an enormous homeless problem. And you're sending these asylum seekers who, because they are asylum seekers, go to the front of the line above the American citizens. So these people are going to get priority housing. They're going to get emergency housing and things like this, which is a safety net that is set up within our government. What you are seeing is the GOP is using this safety net to divide American citizens by putting these immigrants on buses and sending them to places that already have high populations of homelessness. And these asylum seekers who are not Americans are going to get emergency housing that the homeless people who have just been evicted are not qualified for. What this does is to cause hate, to make people hate other people, because it gives the perception that these people skip the line, come to America, get a house, get a job, can start a business. And the Americans are left to sleep on the street. This is what the GOP wants you. They want you to think this way. They want you to immediately blame the immigrant for getting these benefits. Instead, this is playing with your emotions. Understand what they're doing. Understand that the United States has programs for asylum seekers to put them in houses, etc., etc. So instead of getting mad at the asylum seekers who are going to get an apartment when somebody else in New York can't get an apartment, don't be mad at the asylum seekers. Be mad at the GOP, because they are using these people as pawns. They are playing with their lives as much as they are playing with yours, because they are making people hate them, which could cause violence against them. We've already seen what happens when people call out people's races and call them evil. We had a whole thing of violence against Asian people just because of what old Donnie Boy spewed out of his mouth. We had elderly Asian people minding their own business, walking down the street, getting punched, pushed, kicked for no other reason than being Asian. Understand that these people, what is being done is to cause chaos, to cause hate and discontent. Do not fall victim of it. Understand. But let's ask the question, will Eric Adams get the $1 billion to help the asylum seekers that are being bused to New York and to New England? Will Eric Adams get the $1 billion? Got a bunch of yeses here. Look at this. Let me go ahead and pull. Here we go. Yeah, he's gonna get that money. He's gonna get that money. But I feel like, here we go. We got lots of yeses. So yes, beautiful girl. Eric Adams is gonna get that money. But I feel like he's going to make it known to people about what is going on, so people will be less likely to meet these immigrants with violence. And this is what it is. This is a tower moment for the entire United States, but for New York especially. And that is what the GOP is doing. They're trying to cause hate and discontent. But I feel like I don't know if he's going to get a full billion, but he's going to get a lot of money. There will be a lot of money gifted to New York to help. Okay? There's going to be a lot of explaining, but this is a terrible situation. This is a horrible situation for the migrants. You got these people coming in the middle of a bomb cyclone, the coldest time of the year, with no place to go, where it's unsafe to be outside. And we've got hundreds of thousands of people who perished in their vehicles over this Christmas holiday because of the cold. Okay? All right. My next question is from Capricorn Queen 7425. Capricorn Queen, will the rods of God, a kinetic energy weapon developed during the Cold War, be used against Russia or ever? The rods of God, a kinetic energy. You're talking about a static electric bomb. Something that can be shot into space, bounced off a satellite, and come down like a laser and destroy? Will the rods of God, a kinetic energy weapon of mass destruction, be used against Russia or be used ever? Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Guys, we got a yes here. We got several yeses. And this is terrible because we have the Ten of Swords here too. This is death. But yes, and this is the United States weapon, guys. Understand who developed the atom bomb. Understand who dropped the atom bomb on another person. Who is the only country to use nuclear weapons against somebody else? It's the United States. It's us. And we have developed a weapon of mass destruction. And yes, at some point, the United States is going to use this weapon against someone else. Okay? And I'm sorry, I'm mad because that's the kind of stuff that we could do without. But yes, Capricorn Queen, unfortunately, somebody will decide that using that weapon of mass destruction is a good idea. Whew. Okay, my next question from Capricorn Queen, 7425, is about Russia, China, Germany, and the United States being the biggest investors in Russia. China, Germany, the United States, China, and Germany are the biggest investors in Russia. China, the United States, and Germany are the biggest investors in Russia. So, I'm going to read on this, what do these connections. I have to discuss this because this is about war and rumors of war. And I think this is something that we all have got to really understand. War is probably the biggest export of the United States. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, all these giant corporations that make implements of war. What happened with Zelenskyy being in front of our Congress, making his plea for help? And the United States doing what they did and saying, yeah, we're going to give you this much money. And then quietly saying, oh, well, we think this war is going to last for years. We don't see an end, a foreseeable end to this war. Why would the United States say that? Because there's money in war. And understand, the United States has been in a perpetual state of war since its inception. Here we are, not physically fighting in this war against Russia, but we are the biggest investor in it. We are spending the most money in it, sending weapons, replacing weapons, making more and more and more. Not solving a war, not putting an end to it, just keeping it going so that corporations like Raytheon can continue to make money, billions of dollars. Corporations like Blackwater can run all over the world, being these thuggish, strong-arm implementaries to overthrow governments and nations. Don't lose sight of what is important to this nation that we live in. Okay? Understand, Biden is just the CEO of the company at this time. He doesn't run the government. There's a whole entity. That's why they have us electing a new CEO every 4 years to keep us under the to keep us thinking that we have some type of a control. That's the hide the pickle. The changing of the CEO every 4 years is the hide the pickle game, to let the people think that they have a hand in what's going on. The one that runs the United States is the military industrialized complex. It's about war. War is money. War is control. But guys, out of all, understand, the only country to have used weapons of mass destruction, to have bombed with things that affect people's DNA, is the United States. Not Russia, not China, not even Saudi Arabia. It was us, the United States. Okay? So, that's the first thing. We have to know what we are responsible for. And we have to change ourselves and our mindsets to say that is not okay. We can't be running around holier than everybody else when we've done more evil to the world than everybody else. There it is, guys. All right. So here we go. China, America, and Germany. What is the outcome of this war in Russia? What is this all about? Money. The final outcome is who in the end is going to be left with the money. Who is going to be the one to control it? This is the new world order. This is the chaos for chaos' sake. To break everything. To force everybody into panic. Because this is what this is about. Keeping everyone afraid. If you're afraid that there's a war that is about to come to you, you can monitor or you can direct how people act. What China is doing right now with their lifting after keeping people completely locked down for 3 years under a threat of death if they violated the laws. Now they've yanked all the COVID measurements away and just, okay, country's open. And all the people are confused. Nobody knows exactly what's going on except for now COVID in China is worse than it was in 2020. Like I said, we are in a cycle. And if we don't break the cycle, we are going to continue to repeat it. China's already showing us what's coming for us. Okay? Again, this is nothing to scare nobody with. We got to be prepared for everything that these rich muckety mucks got coming for us. Okay? So, the question was, this is a deep dive, the connections on China, Germany, and the United States and this war in Russia, and why it's being allowed to just languish. Because there is money. Money to be made, money to be made, money to be made. This is not about people. This is about corporations. This is about people stealing land to make others worry. All this war is about is to steal people's peace, to make people exist in fear. This is a control tactic. This is the never-ending war that they want, just to go on and on and on. It's not going to, guys, though. Don't fear. Don't fear. What they want to happen and what is going to happen are two different things. But understand what they're trying to make happen. Understand why we are here now. Okay? So, yeah. This, if you want to say a conspiracy to keep the warmongering companies solvent, then let's call it that. This is a war of finance. This is a war of let's build more weapons. Let's build more and more. Let's tighten the screws on those who are not playing ball with us and make their lives hard in the middle of a winter where we can disrupt the gas and oil flow from Russia. So the war is not just against the Ukraine. The war is against the European Union. Okay? But this whole thing is going to stretch out and stretch out. They're going to try to make it stretch out because they're making money from it. Even though the United States is not at war with Russia, we are providing more arms and money than any other country. Which kind of means we are at war with them. But we're just making money. That's what we're doing. Don't take your eye off the ball. Don't pretend that what's happening is not happening. All right. Next question is from Dennis Thomas. Does 45 have any outside kids besides Junior, Eric, Ivanka, Tiffany, and Barron? Does 45 have any illegitimate outside children? Does 45 have any illegitimate outside children? 2 cards jumped out and flipped over. Look at this. These are the cards that jumped out and flipped over. We get Judgment and we get the 8 of Swords. Judgment card is a big old yes. Yes. And this 8 of Swords, I do believe, is a no. So yes and no. So let's see. Let's ask it this way. Are there any living children of Trump's? Or are these children who were aborted? Let's ask it this way. How many, you got a jumper, we'll just ask it yes or no. Did 45 pay for abortions or have women get, did 45 abort any of his children? Did 45 abort any of his children? Oh my goodness. First card, guys. And this my maybe card. This is a yes too. This is not a maybe. This is an actual yes card. I always say that it's a nah, yeah, nah, but this is an actual yes. And that's after looking it up. That's a yes. The 6 of Cups is a yes. The 6 of Pentacles is a yes. 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 There's some outside children that were made that 45 got taken care of. Let's ask, are there any of Donnie's illegitimate children that are alive? Are there any children that were not aborted? Are there any illegitimate children of old Donnie boy that are alive? Yes. Yes. So, old Donnie boy not only paid for some abortions like old Herschel Walker did, but there are some heirs of 45s running around. I wonder if they know they're his. Probably look just like him with that butthole mouth, because all of them That is the trait of all of them. They all got that butthole mouth. Okay, here we go. Yes, Denny, there are some outside kids of 45. Next question from Denny. How will history remember 45 and the Republican Party? How will history remember 45 and the Republican Party? Universe, spirit guides, ancestors, please speak freely. Guys, I really feel like this is going to be another fight, but I feel like 45 is going to be deemed an illegitimate president, and that there's going to be a lot that has to be rectified. I feel like a lot of this stuff that is going to come out of out of the January 6th committee. This was even though we spent this whole year reliving January 6th, I feel like at the end, even though the January 6th had some people who were trying to had their own agenda, it is still going to be for the greater good of the collective. This is going to be the force that changes parts of our government. And I have to say it like that, parts, guys, because there is so much corruption in our government. And it doesn't matter who's in charge. The corruption is like built in. It's layered in. There are so many people who have no problem committing treason towards our United States. All you got to do is pay them enough, and some of them, that's what they just get paid to do. They do it on their regular $17.50 an hour that they get paid to do it, because they only see one part of what they are supposed to do, and they only see that one part, and they don't understand that their one part is what is tearing the whole system all the way apart. They keep people blind to keep them doing their bidding. Blind, deaf, and dumb. Eyes, that's why they do not want anybody to be awake. They do not want anybody to open their eyes and see what's going on. This is why this whole war on wokeness is. Because if you're asleep, you can get people to do things for you. If they have no idea that they are harming the entire United States, they just think they're doing their job. They're rubber stamping, not considering anything, just doing what they are paid to do, but kept completely ignorant of the larger picture of what their action does. And this is a part that we are all going to start to see very soon. We have good people in government. We have bad people in government. But the whole thing that we have to realize and remember is that the government itself, that entity, does not have a soul. Okay? It only responds to whoever is in control of it. So when bad people are in control, bad things get implemented. When good people are in control, good things get implemented. But it's still layer upon layer upon layer. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, don't put all your trust into a system that does not have you at its heart. For government to work, we have to make it. And that means we have to know who we put in. We have to vet. We have to hold people accountable. And when people break the law, we need to throw them in prison. Until we do that, the system will not change, because there's no consequence for bad behavior. Until we force consequences on evil doers, we will be in this cycle of chaos. So, how will 45 and the Republican Party be remembered in history? If we do not force the truth to be told, history will be as it is now. His story. Not the real story. His story. Their story. That's why I keep telling you guys, write down what is happening. They are trying to change history in front of your eyes. They are trying to make lies into truth and truth into lies. We have to be smart enough, strong enough, and brave enough to stand up against the system that wishes to keep us dumb and ignorant and say, no, we remember what happened. We know what happened, and we will tell our stories. We will write down our stories so that everyone can understand that your story and our story don't match. And then you have to be strong enough to stand by what you believe. Do not be the person just because everybody else is looking at a card and they say that card is blue, but you can see that that card is red. Don't be the one that says blue just because everybody else is saying blue. If you see red, say red. Don't be afraid to stand out on your own. Don't be afraid to be different. It is necessary to be different, because if you are all the same, you are sheep, you are lemmings, you will fall off the cliff. Dare to be different. Instead of being a sheep, be a sheepdog. All right? Be the shepherd. Be the grass. Just don't be the sheep. Okay? All right. All right. So history, if we are going to have to make sure that history is retold correctly, we have to. Because if we allow the government to do it, we will be exactly where we are now. Here we are. We still celebrate Columbus Day, knowing that that man never set foot on North America. And the places that he did touch, he enslaved and destroyed, violated, molested, harmed. Nothing good came out of him. Even the name of this country was built on a lie. Let's call it out as it is, because until we stand in truth, we will live in lies. And that's where we are right now. This whole existence is built and propped up with lies. And the way that we are going to get out of it is us warriors who are here right now, us truth warriors who are here right now to fight, to bring down the chaos makers and the liars. To speak the truth, to stand in the light, to dispel the darkness. That's why we're here, guys. We're here. This is a war we are here for. And this is a battle for the truth. This is a battle for our souls. Put your armor on, because the time to fight is coming. My next question. Was Grassley involved in trying to disappear Vice President Pence? And will justice be served? Will he be brought to justice for what he attempted to do on January 6th? Was Chuck Grassley involved in the plot to try to disappear Vice President Pence on January 6th? Yes, guys, all of this is going to come out. Was Chuck Grassley involved in the plot to try to disappear Vice President Pence on January 6th? First card. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And that was so that they could bring in what they wanted. Will justice be served? We got the emperor. We get Vlad coming in. Did Grassley go to Russia? Was he one of them to go to Russia? But here we go. Here's our answer, guys. Here's two of our answers. We get the ace of cups inverted, and we get the 8 of swords. This is bad news for old Chucky boy. Bad news, violent chagrin, crisis, conflict, sickness. That's a yes, though. And the ace of cups. The ace of cups inverted. False heart, mutation, instability, and revolution. Chuck Grassley is going to be brought up. He's going to have to explain himself. And guys, I don't know if these guys are going to be impeached. I kind of feel like there may be some impeachments that are going to come out of this, that they may impeach these guys. And they can be impeached. All right, my next question is from Beautiful Girl. The Biden administration promised $600 million to clean up Jackson, Mississippi's water. Will Jackson, Mississippi's water ever be safe? Guys, this is something that we must all take very seriously. We all need water to live. Water is life. Without water, we all perish. Without water, our crops won't grow. Without water, we won't grow. Without water, our animals will not grow. Water is life. This is a serious question. Will Jackson, Mississippi's water ever be safe? Boy, this page of swords keeps coming up. Page of wands, we gotta hear news, we got theft, we got a yes. But guys, this is, if we do not change who we are and how we act and what we expect out of these big businesses, we are going to perish. Guys, we will be continuously looking at loss if we do not stop big businesses from polluting our waters. Yeah, Jackson, Mississippi is going to get a reprieve, but it is not going to be long-lived. They're going to put more and more and more chemicals in the water to make it potable, but it is not going to make it a good thing for us to drink. Yeah, you'll be able to drink it. Yeah, it won't kill you immediately, but it will set you up for illness and disease because it is still tainted water, treated, conditioned water. You will be drinking polluted water that has been processed, but they will clean up the water. I'm not going to call that water safe, but it'll be clean. It'll be clear. This is where we have to do something. We have to stand up and stop. This is big business dumping chemicals into the water that we drink, that the fish that sustain that feed us, that feed. Oh God. We've got to change. We've got to change. They are going to keep, we'll stop this for a little while till the water, till the pH drops, and then we're just going to start dumping in another area. And this is what's going on. We have got to stop these big businesses from destroying our ecology, because that's what's happening. This is poison being dumped in our water, buried under the earth. This is big business killing our planet. This is something that is going to keep continuing to happen. So, beautiful girl, yeah, they'll say they'll put enough chemicals and water softeners and this and that into the water and say, oh yes, this water is good and clean. But it's not. It's not. And as soon as people take their eye off of it, it will be as polluted, more polluted than it is now. This is something that we as Americans have got to stand together and stop big business from polluting the waters that we have left. They're going to have us drinking sewer water. They're going to have us drinking pee water. And they're going to tell us, oh, we've reverse osmosed it and taken out heavy metals and this and that and the other thing. Guys, what you're going to be drinking is cleaned up pee. Cleaned up pee. Okay. All right. Whew. So, beautiful girl, I'm going to say it this way. They're going to tell you that the water is safe. That water is going to be cleaned up sewage. It's going to be clear sewer water. They'll take the smell out and they'll make it clear. I would not drink it. I'm sorry. But this is going to be them, well, we'll just add more chemicals into the water that is already polluted by chemicals. And then they're going to tell you that all these chemicals are safe to go in your body. Okay? If you got to boil it, do whatever you got to do to make it safe for you. If you need to build a water still so that you can actually reverse osmosis your water, do so. Okay. My next question is also from Beautiful Girl. This is about Deb Haaland, the Native American cabinet secretary. She's up against big polluters. What will her influence be? Will Deb Haaland, our very first Native American cabinet secretary, who is going after these big polluters, the ones who are killing our water supply, the ones who are polluting everything, will Deb Haaland be successful in going after and bringing down these big polluters in America? Oh, first card we get is a Chariot. She is ready to go to war. And we have a yes. We got this star. She will be successful. But let's see. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, first card we get for Deb Haaland, we get the Chariot. She is ready for war. She is prepared for this. This is what she was born to do. Literally. This is her path in life. She is going to bring the fight to big polluters. What's behind her is the Four of Swords. She wants to eliminate the death that is caused by these big polluters. She already put them on notice. She wants to protect what we have left. Okay, and look at what's in front, the star. What is this star doing? This is the water. Look at this. Water on the land, water in the water. Okay? Look at that card. Just feel that card in this question. Deb Haaland going against the polluters. Yes, Deb Haaland is going, before she leaves office, Deb Haaland is going to make an impact in the United States. She is going to bring some people, she's going to change the minds of a lot of people about what we see. Number one, okay? She is going to be a change. She's going to help us get back some of the things that we've lost. She's going to make us more prosperous in a lot of ways. But guys, she is going to go after these polluters. She is going after them. And she's going to be successful. And it's for the good of us. This is for the good of us. So yes, she has it in her to do this. This is what she was literally born to do. She's got the fight in her, and she's not afraid. My last question is from V Coolwater. V Coolwater would like to know, will the Republicans gain traction in 2024? Will they gain more seats in the House, or will there be any type of a red wave in 2024? Ha! Cup jump. Look what jumped out and flipped over. The Four of Cups. Look at that. They don't want what's coming to them. They do not want what's coming to them. Oh, that gives me hope for this. Okay. Will the Republicans gain traction in 2024? Oh, my goodness. The first card is balance. But, guys, we got a yes in here in the world, but I feel like this is going to be things being seen a different way. The first card we get is temperance, okay? Things are out of balance. Things are out of balance. Behind we got the Seven of Wands. This is the GOP is going to be fighting. It's going to be a lot of chaos. The last card, though, the GOP is going to be looking at loss. When everything is said and done, all their dirty tricks, all their lies, they will be looking at loss. They will be looking at loss. They will be standing there in their treason alone. They will be standing in their treason. They're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff. They are going to be extra, trying to just keep everything chaotic, hateful, warish, just nasty. But they are not going to be successful. Okay? This is their final card. The Hermit. Let me read the Hermit to you. Prudence, especially treason, corruption. In reverse, it's concealment and disguise, fear and caution. But this is treason and corruption. This is the outcome for the GOP. And there you go, guys. This has been my reading for Monday. And if you are, guys, we're still, I know a lot of people in New York and in the Midwest are still going through this weather. Again, stay prepared. Stay prepared. Please, if you were not affected by this weather and you have things to help others, please gather blankets, tarps, old tents, sleeping bags, stuff that you don't use, that you know you're never going to use again, and go out and give it to people who it could save their lives. We're not out of this polar vortex yet. We are not done with it, and we have got to help each other. This is paramount. If we don't do anything else, we've got to help each other. All right, guys. Stay safe. Take care of your fellow man. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Love on you. Be gentle with you. Rest. The holidays are over. Exhale. All this pressure that has been on you is now gone. You don't have to perform for anyone. Exhale. Don't do things just because you feel like you're obligated. If your heart is not in it, then politely decline. Your peace of mind, your happiness is worth more than your appearance somewhere. Take care of you. Don't let anybody take you out of yourself. You are the captain of your destiny. Don't let anybody hijack your ship. I love you. I love you. I love you. Happy Monday. Namaste, guys. Bye-bye.